Hello everyone, welcome back to statistics class. In today's class I have to continue with the time series, the continuation part of the components of time series. Before going to the next concept, we will recapture the previous class concepts. Those are the meaning and definition of time series and uses of time series, and the sum of the two components of time series. Okay, here in time series we were consider the definition. A time series is a set of statistical observations arranged in a chronological order. Okay, here we are considering the set of chronological order that is homogeneous. Then we will discuss the some essential requirements of time series. Those are the time gap between the various values must be as far as possible equal. And second one, it must consist of a homogeneous set of values. And third one, data must be available for a long period. So I have already explained these three essentials, and I have also explained the histogram. Okay, histogram means we were consider the chronological order data, then we have to draw the rectangular shape according to the x and y axis. So that type diagram is called as histogram, but we have to consider the chronological order and represent the diagram with the dotted lines, then you have to call it as it's a histogram. Then I have explained the uses of time series. Okay, when we are using the time series, how we are using, why we are using. Okay, in that first one, it helps in planning and forecasting the business activities, and second one, it helps in understanding past behavior and it helps in estimating the future behavior. Third one, comparison between data of one period with that of another period is possible. And fourth one, we can evaluate the progress in any field of economic activity. So then I have also explained the components of time series. In that I have explained the first and second one, secular trend and seasonal variations, and third one, cyclical variation, and fourth one, irregular variation. In that secular trend is nothing but it is the tendency of the time series data to increase or decrease or to remain constant during a long period of time is called secular trend. And I have also explained the examples for secular trend. Increase in the price of gold in the past many years is an upward trend, and second one, decrease in the death rates in the past many years is a downward trend. Okay, these are the constant variables in the secular trend. Okay, then I have also explained your seasonal variations. Second one, that is the nothing but the regular, periodic and short term variations. Okay, ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್, ಆ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸೀಸನಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, climate and weather conditions, and second one, customs, traditions and habits people. According to these climate, weather conditions, customs, traditions and habits of people, okay, according to these days the materials rate will be changed. Okay, rates will be changed, and also the umbrellas are sold more in rainy season. In winter season the sale of the woolen cloths will increase. In summer season the sale of the ice cream, cool drinks etc will be increased. Okay, and also be decrease in according to the customs and habits and fashion etc. Trend and tendencies always changes. Okay, there is a customs of wearing new clothes, preparing sweets and buying crackers for Deepavali, Dasara, Christmas etc. At that time there is more demand for cloths, sweets and crackers. Okay, that time the rate will be increases, the demand will be increases to the cloths, sweets and crackers. And second one is the most important, the most of the students buy books and stationery in the first few months of reopening of college. Okay, you have already know that the reopening of time, the college we were buying books more and stationery. Okay, then next comes there is a small note. The seasonal indices are used for the measurement of seasonal variations. Okay, how the variables are vary in the seasons. Okay, for example, you have to consider the variables like umbrellas and woolen cloths, ice cream, cool drinks, etc. And whatever according to seasons, we were considering the how the vary the materials rate and how much sold and how the materials rate will be increased. Okay, then population, the demand is more than the populations are buying more the ice creams, whatever regarding to the winter season and summer season. Okay, and rainy seasons, according to the seasons the variables are vary in the rates. Okay, that time we have to use the seasonal indices to measurement of the seasonal variations. Okay, next comes the cyclical variations. Okay, and it's a very important for 2 marks. Okay, in your annual exams. And here comes in the cyclical variations, and also it is called as business cycle. Okay, cyclical variation is nothing but it is a business cycles. According to the cyclical variations are due to the ups and downs recurring after a period from time to time. There are due to the business cycle, and every organization has to face all the 4 phases of business cycle sometime or the other. Okay, here the business cycle, during the business cycles price of all commodities would generally record fluctuations. Okay, here comes the fluctuations means what? here the ಏರಿಳಿತಗಳು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಭ ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಭ ನಷ್ಟನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನಿನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆನೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ cyclical variations. So in generally the commodities whose supply can be adjusted easily in the response to cyclical change in the demand would show a narrow price fluctuations, then that supply cannot be adjusted. Okay, here we are going to consider the cyclical variations. Okay, we have to show with a business cycle. That is, here comes the first, the meaning of cyclical variations. The most of the economy and business time series are influenced by the wave like changes. Okay, you know the wave. Okay, it is like a fluctuations. Once it's coming up and going down, okay, it's like a wave. And changes of prosperity and depression, there is a periodic up and downs movement. This movement is known as cyclical variations or oscillatory variations. Okay, there is a questions comes in your annual exams. What do you mean by cyclical variations? And draw the business cycle. For 2 marks questions comes here in this concept. Okay, here the cyclical variations is an oscillatory variation which occurs in 4 stages. Okay, these are the 4 stages are very important in business cycles. Those are, the first one is prosperity. Okay, you know the meaning of prosperity. And decline. And third one is depression, and fourth one is improvement. Okay, that is nothing but recovery. Generally the period of cyclical variations is a 3 to 10 years. So here the prosperity means what? Here the state of being a prosperous, and decline means here if you are considering the one any company profit, once it is go up and once it is go fully down, okay, and another time it goes fully depression and another time it goes recovery, okay, that means improvement. So same example we were considering in the cyclical variations. So, and for example you need to consider here, in example, in summer season the sale of ice cream increases, okay, in summer season always the ice cream rate will be increases and sale of the ice cream will be increases, go up, and at that time the Diwali sale also decreases, but in Deepavali time the crackers and the cloths rate will be go up, and cyclical variations are due to the ups and downs recurring after other period from time to time. Okay, here we need to consider the forecast is forecasting the business level. So the cyclical industries refers to a type of industries whose revenue the generation capabilities are tied to the business cycle. So for example you need to consider the according to the industrial cyclical variation. The first one is auto components and construction, semiconductors, steel, airlines, hotels, restaurants and textile. So many examples we need to consider in the cyclical variations. So and next comes here the business cycle is there in your textbook. See that here comes the first one is prosperity and again its decline. 1 minute. Decline and again it's depression, third one is, and fourth one is improvement, that is nothing but recovery stages, and again it's a normal stage and it's a 2 mark questions. Okay, draw the business cycle in cyclical variations. Okay, and what are the components of business cyclical variations or business cycles. Okay, then you need to study these 4 variations. The first one is prosperity, depression, decline, and fourth one is improvement. Okay, the study of the cyclical variation is helpful to the businessman. Okay, it's very important for businessman and economists for framing a suitable policies and establishing the level of business statistics. Okay, by using this cycle his planning the businessman plans to the how to improve our profit, okay, company level, and economists also for framing a suitable policies and stabilize the level of business statistics. And next comes the fourth one is irregular variations. Okay, it is also important. It is the irregular movements. Okay, irregular means what here? Automatically floods, strikes, lockouts and earthquakes are happened. Okay, those are the irregular movements. Okay, we have to consider those irregular variations. Okay, it is the irregular movements of the data over a period of time. These variations are not regular. Okay, concentrate the word. These variations are not regular. These are sudden unexpected variations. Okay, the question comes, what do you mean by the irregular variations? Otherwise define irregular variations. Okay, those are the random or erratic variations. Then these are the sudden unexpected variations. These are caused by war, floods, strikes, lockouts, earthquakes, etc. These movements are very irregular and unpredictable. Okay, we cannot predict because these are not regular. Okay, hence we have to call it as These are the random or erratic variations, and also we need to call it as these type of variations are the irregular variations. Okay, for example, sudden increase in the death rate of locality due to earthquake, tsunami, etc. And second one, sudden increase in the price of vegetables due to the Bandh call given by the organization. In strike time, the vegetables rate will be more because the supply is less, then automatically the price will be go up. Okay, then here comes the next. These are the important for 10 marks. Next concept is methods of measuring secular trend. Okay, these are very important for 10 marks. Here comes the 5 marks and 10 marks questions in these 4 steps. Methods of measuring secular trend. Okay, in that first one, graphical method. Okay, we have to represent the business level, whatever we are collected the data, chronological data, we have to represent with a graphical method. Okay, with the help of histogram and trend line. Then next comes semi-average graph. Semi-average means what? Here we need to divide the given data into two groups. Okay, then take the average, then draw the diagram, then we have to call it as it's a semi-average method. And third one, moving average method. Here we need to take the 2 yearly moving averages, 3 yearly moving averages and 5 yearly. Okay, we need to take the according to the year wise profits, we need to take a 5 yearly, 2 yearly, 4 yearly, odd or even year we need to consider in that moving average method. Okay, here comes the 5 marks questions in graphical method, semi-averages method and moving average method. Okay, these 3 are important for 5 marks. And last one is very important, that is least square method. Okay, in that concept you question comes, it is very important for 10 marks. Okay, least square method, you have to concentrate more in that concept. That is very simple and very easy to draw the and calculate the trend values according to the time. Okay, here comes the first one method is graphical. This is the simplest method of studying a trend. Okay, in this method the original data will be plotted on the graph. You know the graph, how to draw the graph. Okay, so, they have given the data, according to the data you need to draw graph. Okay, it is a very easy to draw and it is a simplest method of studying a trend values. And here the time is shown on the horizontal axis. Okay, you have to always concentrate, you have to take always the time is horizontal axis, that is nothing but x-axis. Then you have to take the values of the variable is shown on the vertical axis. Okay, that is y-axis. Vertical means you need to take the y-axis. Okay, then draw a smooth line curve or curve carefully which will show the direction of the trend. Okay, when you need to consider of 5 years, one company 5 years profits according to the year wise 2005 to 2011. Then according to the year wise the profit will be how it will be go up and go down. Okay, if you are drawing according to the data, it shows the trend. Okay, direction of the trend. Then straight lines or the curve will be the best fit to the data. Okay, here comes when the company's profit will be increasing order, then you get the here straight line, but you get a company profit in the level of oscillatory direction, then you get the business cycle mind. Okay, when properties depreciation, when the properties decline, okay, when company properties will decline and how it will be recovery, okay, then you will get the direction of the trend. Okay, and the line will be drawn according to the personal judgment, and to get proper trend line we must note some points. Okay, here you get the some most of the important points. The curve should be smooth. Okay, curve should be a smooth. And second one, approximately there must be a equal number of points above and below the curve. Then third one, the total deviations of the data above the trend line must be the same as the total deviations below the line. Okay, if you are not getting these points, okay, when we are drawing the problems, according to the problems we are drawing the graph, then you get these points. Okay, smooth curve and equal number of points above and below the curve, then the total deviation of the data above the trend line must be the same as the total deviation of the below the line. These three are the, when we are drawing the graph, you get these 3 points. Okay, next comes merits. Okay, it is the simplest method and it is flexible and adaptable. And next comes demerits. It is highly affected by the personal bias, that is, this method is subjective since different persons may draw a different trend lines for the same data depending upon their individual judgment. And third one, if it is not drawn by experienced person, then it is dangerous to use for forecasting the purposes. And third one, it does not helps us to measure the trend. And fourth one, no rigid mathematical formula is laid down for drawing the trend line. Okay, here we cannot use a mathematical formula, we just use a procedure how to draw the graph according to the x-axis and y-axis. In this graphical method we need to consider a smooth and freehand curve according to time and variations. Okay, we were considering the times according to x-axis, okay, horizontal, then we need to consider the profits, whatever variations, variables, rates according to the y-axis. Then you have to compare with the according to time and variations we need to draw the graph, then you get how to draw the histogram and trend line. Okay, so guys, we will explain the problems on graphical methods in the next class. Thank you.